What's up, everyone? Obviously, tough day for the Lions. They fall to 1-1, 2 weeks, two playoff rematches here at Ford Field. Ben Raven, M Live's Lions beat here, breaking it down. Lions lose 20-16, and I mean, just a weird game, weird flow, weird all around day for sure. One of the sloppiest mistakes that I have seen under this new regime was kind of that field goal debacle at the end of the half. Lions get stopped in bounds. They don't have any timeouts. The field goal unit starts running on the field. Something like 22 dudes on the field. That's obviously a penalty, 10-second runoff. I know you guys don't like hearing that, but the Lions go into the break, not able to get a field goal there, and I think they finished 1 of 7 in the red zone, and that's just not a recipe for success against anybody, let alone a Tampa team like that. You got to give hats off to Baker Mayfield for this is overall slipperiness when the Lions seem to have them. Just kind of quarterback draw for the touchdown, a couple third down runs there. Even with the pass rush getting after it, making noise. Hutchinson with 4.5 sacks. Big game. You can't ask for a better game out of your star edge rusher than that. But just a sloppy day for the offense. And it just seems like every time they got it going, something went wrong. Because even the last chance before the end of the game there, St. Brown's not on the field. He's on his back on the sideline getting stretched out and looked at by trainers. And the Lions, just kept throwing it over the middle of the field. And that clock eventually ran out and they turned it over on downs. And get the ball back that one last time. And just it's tough. It was a tough day for the offense for sure. 1 of 7 in the red zone, man. 463 total yards of offense and a loss when they hold the Bucs to 216 yards too. So, the offense has got some explaining to do for sure. That's pretty much the moral of this story. Obviously, the defense missed a couple opportunities here and there, but they were stout against the run. And their biggest breakdown moments were when Mayfield kind of had to extend a play. They had him running for his life a couple of times there, and coverage breakdown on that big Godwin touchdown. Hit a couple of big plays to Mike Evans on first down. It's just I don't have a ton of bad things to say about the defense. Tampa ran 23 times for 70 yards. Baker was 12 of 19, 185 yards, 1 touchdown, and that 1 interception. Heck of a play by Brian Branch to just go up and steal that one. But this one's on the offense, Goff, 34 of 55, 307, but with 2 interceptions. And, man, he flirted with 4 interceptions. He flirted with a couple more than that. It was not his best day, and just – I just keep going back to it. 1 of 7 in the red zone, guys. You're not going to beat anybody going 1 of 7 in the red zone, let alone a team like the Bucs that people continue to kind of overlook in the NFC picture, because when they were playing that way, extending plays, man, taking their chances every time the window was left open. The Bucs went through it, and you can't have ugly mistakes like that at the end of the half like the Lions did. It sounds like Dan Campbell really took the blame for that one, both at halftime, both after the game, and both when he was speaking to the media after the game. But just, what do you – Branch makes a big play. Hutch has a giant day like that. 4.5 sacks for Hutchinson. Just three of those came on – 3.5 of those came on third down. So it's just like the defense was making plays. So it's a weird feeling when – you're looking at the offense and it's like, what happened? So that's tough. The Lions went into their bag of tricks today too. That was a slick run design for Jahmyr Gibbs on 4th and short late in the game. Having Jack Fox throw a fake punt pass from his own 6-yard line, move the chains, and they moved the chains on 4th down later on that drive and still punted away. So even when you felt like they were going to break through, they ended up just kind of coming up short and just messing up and stepping on their own toe and stubbing their own toe. The only bad things I can say about the defense is kind of the failure to wrap up Baker Mayfield a couple of times, but that's who Baker is. When he's playing like that, he's going to make those plays. And it should be noted that the quarterback draw touchdown that Baker had, Hutchinson was not in there for that play. Marcus Davenport was out for this game. They were moving the edge guys around. It was Levi. It was Josh Paschal. James Houston got a couple of snaps. These are those games where I turn this thing on and I think I know what I want to say, but then I start talking and it's just like, the defense. Other than some of the plays on Mayfield and some of the soft coverage opportunities on Evans out of the gates to start drives, that's I don't have a ton of bad things to say about the defense. I thought Derek Barnes remained great. Derek Barnes doing that versatile role, playing all over the field, makes the big pass deflection at the line. He was a monster against the run, so it's just thumbs up mostly for the defense. A very solid all around defensive showing. Some mistakes here and there, but you just look at the offense, the miscues, the mistakes that we're not accustomed to seeing. Like that, I hate to play this game, but shoot, it's a different ball game if you get to kick that field goal before the end of the half, and you don't have to play for a touchdown or nothing there late in the game. It's just it's a tough chance. It's a tough break all around for sure. Yeah, 1-7 in the red zone. 7-17 on third down, 3-5 on fourth down. Like the Lions kept extending drives, getting chances, had 12 more first downs than the Bucs in this game. That's why when I talk about it being a weird game, weird flow, that's what I'm talking about. The Lions offense was moving that ball. We're not having a ton of resistance at moving that ball. Just kind of sloppiness, missed opportunities, and stubbing their toe every time they got inside that 20-yard line. But I will leave you with this. Hutchinson, Derek Barnes, Taylor Decker, all pointed to last year's week 2 loss to the Seahawks in overtime, I believe. And I mean, they're trying to look at it glass half full. So, maybe this is the loss we need to get out of our system, was basically the overreaching message from guys like Hutchinson and Barnes and stuff like that. So I'd say the defense doesn't have too much to feel bad about in this one. It's the offense has got to close drives. Yeah, there were a lot of checkdowns. I will highlight this check. And there were a lot of checkdowns, and some of them were working, but those checkdowns to Gibbs in the fourth quarter were not clicking, and they were losing yards, and they were milking the clock, and there just seemed to be, it's just, once again, I mean, the Bucs kind of took away Sam Laporta for the most part too, but St. Brown was clicking. Jameson had that big play. The offense was clicking, and kind of just, I'm with you. There was too many of those checkdowns. Maybe that was the Bucs. Maybe that was the Lions misreading their situation. But yeah, it's they wasted a lot of clock, and they went the wrong way too many times in those looks. Just it's a tough loss. I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna record a podcast here before too long. Got a bunch of stuff to write. Obviously, was not the most joyous locker room on the face of the earth, as you would imagine. But no, thanks for tuning into these. The Lions are off to Arizona next week, and then it's Monday Night Football against the Seattle Seahawks back here. Looks like the Cardinals got some things going, so we'll see, guys. Lions are 1-1. Just a tough one today. A tough one. The offense can't go 1-7 against the red zone, against anyone. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm sure you guys are sad enough.